So, you've been studying a new language, right? You know that feeling when the textbook just doesn't cut it anymore? If you really want to sound like you're from Brazil, you've got to learn the phrases that don't translate word for word. Today, we're going to break down 5 of these essential expressions that will make you sound so much more natural. Let's jump right in.
First up, let me show you why this is so important. In English, you might yell, "shake a leg," to get someone to hurry up. But if you translate that literally into Portuguese, you get sacuda uma perna, which basically means shake one of your legs? Yeah, you're gonna get a very confused look, maybe even a laugh. This is the perfect example of why just translating words is often a total dead end.
So what should you be saying when you need somebody to get a move on? Well, our first phrase is all about taking command and getting some action.
Okay, instead of that really weird leg-shaking request, the phrase you're actually looking for is anda logo. It's direct, it's a little informal, and it really gets that feeling of urgency across. While it literally translates to something like walk fast, everybody uses it exactly like we use hurry up or come on.
This is just a perfect example. You can picture it, right? You're running for the bus, you're shouting back to your friend, "Anda logo!" It's the ideal, most natural thing to say in that moment. It's simple. When you need speed, you say "anda logo."
All right, let's switch gears. Next up, we've got phrases for making a judgment. These are the ones you use when you're looking at a situation and you want to share your opinion, but with a little bit of that local flavor, It adds a layer of personality that just plain words can't really do.
Our first one in this category is se liga. This is such a powerful little phrase. You use it to tell someone to pay attention, to get with the program, or honestly, to get a grip on reality. It's very direct and it can have a bit of a sharp edge to it, kind of like saying, "Hey, snap out of it."
But look at the context here. Se liga isn't always mean. A lot of the time, it's used between friends as a kind of tough love advice. You're just trying to help them see the bigger picture. So when someone's just not thinking clearly, it's the perfect little reality check.
Ah, bem feito.
This one is all about karma. And what's funny is it literally means well done, but it's used to mean the exact opposite. You say this when someone is dealing with a bad outcome that, let's be honest, they totally had coming. It is the ultimate, "I told you so." I mean, this example is just a classic. We've all seen this happen. The outcome was completely predictable, the person didn't do what they were supposed to, and now they're facing the music. Bang fate just perfectly captures that feeling of a deserved consequence. A very, very satisfying phrase to have in your back pocket.
Okay, now for a phrase you can use when someone is giving you advice that just sounds a little too simple. Falar é fácil literally translates to speak is easy, and it's the perfect comeback when you feel like someone is really underestimating how difficult your situation is.
This scenario is just perfect. You've got one person offering a simple-sounding solution, but the other person knows it's way more complicated than that. Falar é fácil is your way of saying you have no idea how hard that actually is. It's a great way to push back a little and show some skepticism.
Okay, for our final type of phrase, let's look at how you can hand over the reins, because sometimes you just need to let someone else make the call. This one is beautifully simple and just incredibly useful. Você decide. It means you decide. You can use it anytime you want to give the choice to someone else, putting them in charge of the decision. It's clear, it's respectful, and you'll hear it all the time. And here it is in its natural habitat. For those small, everyday decisions like what to eat for dinner, Você decide is just perfect. It shows you're easygoing, you're happy to just go with the flow. A super simple but totally essential phrase for making social interactions smooth. All right, we have covered a lot of ground. So let's pull it all together into a handy little toolkit so you can have these phrases ready to go when you need them. Okay, so to hurry someone up, you're going to say anda logo. To tell someone to get a clue, it's se liga. When a bad outcome is totally deserved, you say bem feito. When a task is way harder than it sounds, you can say falar é fácil. And to let someone else choose, it's você decide. And just like that, you've got 5 keys to sounding more Brazilian. So here's the thing. The real challenge isn't just knowing these phrases, it's actually using them. They're your ticket to conversations that feel more authentic, more connected. So I want you to think about your day tomorrow. Is there a moment where you could slip one of these in? Make that your goal. Now go out there and give it a try.